Time for us to do it again here on Showbiz Now. Latest updates in the world of entertainment, and then we're definitely going to have a good time and set at 12. But before that, let's get into what we have for you at the 11 o'clock bulletin here on the show. My name is KMJ, and I was born to talk. The very first one, I will never attend Kojo Antwi's concert, says Kofi Kapito, and the Chief Executive Officer of the Consumer Protection Agency, Kofi Kapito, has bemoaned how event organizers in Ghana have refused to respect time and has vowed never to attend any of Kojo Antwi's concerts. Now, his effusion comes in the wake of concerns that the media and Ghanaians in general are fond of promoting a responsible act, thus contributing to the reason why they keep repeating themselves. Now, he says we can't repeat doing the same thing and expect different results. He stated, I can't spend 4 hours waiting for Kojo Antwi to perform. Kojo Antwi is a good friend of mine and I would never attend any of his concerts. He is a good musician, but I would never attend his concerts because he doesn't show up on time. Why should I go to sit at a concert and expect Kojo Antwi to appear at 11 a.m.? He questioned. Now, don't I have anything to do? He applauded Kojo and Klebo White, the brain behind Roverman Productions, for being someone who starts his events on time, advising others to also do same at the same time, of course. So you know about Ebo White and you know about the Kojo Antwi and the fact that some people, I mean, I would want to blame it on the event organizers, except maybe Kojo Antwi organizes his own event and decides that he's going to come late. But most event organizers will want to keep some artists, you know, at the latter part, and sometimes it actually takes you into 2 a.m. and all of that. Away from that, let's talk about Bullet. And Bullet cannot set up my daughter's foundation. Father of Ebony is talking now. Now, father of late Ebony Reigns is in the news again as he claims Bullet cannot set up his daughter's foundation. Hence, he is going to do that himself to help others. Setting up the foundation has been a banter between Ebony's manager and Mr. Opoku Kwateng, who is the father of Ebony. Recently, it was reported that Bullet aired in an interview that he has discussed his intentions with the father of late Ebony Reigns, but the man in question once said in radio interview that he knows nothing about it. Now, according to the CEO of Rotan Records, he assumes that Mr. Kwateng has forgotten about it and deserves to be pardoned. Now, contrary to these reports, the father of Ebony has come out to state that he is not mad to forget every conversation that he has ensued between himself and Bullet. Now, he says, he said in an interview that he told me about his foundation and that I have forgotten about it. Am I a mad person? No way, I am not. He never told me about that. Ask him if I am mad. I was surprised when he said that he sparked that conversation with me. He never mentioned it to me. He hasn't told me anything. I heard him on radio saying he had a conversation with me on this issue. It is not true because I never gave him my word. And he couldn't have done anything without my consent, he said in the interview. Now, however, Ebony's father later revealed that he is the one setting up the foundation and will reach out to the media when the time comes. And he says, I am the one setting up Oheme's foundation. This girl must not die and go like that. He should live. I will contact the media when I am inaugurating it. So there's supposed to be Ohema Foundation that will be inaugurated very soon by the father of the late Ebony. I don't know what Bullet is going to do about this, but sometimes we should just let certain things go. All right, so folks, let's get into some foreign news away from the foundation and Kojo Antwi and all of that. Let's talk about Russell Simmons, who's filed $35,000 lawsuit against the rape accuser. And Russell Simmons is taking legal action against Carey Clarkson, who accused him of rape. In legal documents obtained by E! News, the music producer demands that Carey pays him $35,000 after accusing him of rape for purposes of publicity, which this case has garnered. Now, the case in which the woman sought $10 million was eventually thrown out since the statute of limitations has passed. But Simmons claims her actions were baseless and was filed for an improper purpose. Now, aside from the money, the music mogul requested that the judge impose sanctions against the attorney representing Carey, since the lawyer falsely suggested in her opposition that Mr. Simmons is somehow more culpable here because the law firm that represents him in this action also has. So that's what is this with this man, and well, let's see if indeed the court will look at it and give him some small dollars. Now, away from that, actress Sean Young wanted by cops for allegedly jacking laptops and video gear. Now, Blade Runner 2049 actress Sean Young is wanted for questioning by the NYPD after she was allegedly caught on surveillance stealing laptops and video production softwares. Now, law enforcement sources tell TMZ they were called to a commercial location in Astoria, Queens, for a burglary. Now, we're told employees at the location turned surveillance footage over to cops that allegedly showed Young and another male breaking in and stealing the gear. Now, cops say 2 Apple laptops and video production software worth about $12,000 were taken. We're told that Young allegedly worked at the location at one point but was fired months ago. We reached out to Young and a rep for the actress, but so far, no word back, says TMZ. Now, away from that, let's get into box office and check what Halloween has to offer us.
We're here to investigate a patient that killed 3 innocent teenagers on a Halloween in 1978. He was shot by his own psychiatrist and taken into custody that night, and has spent the last 40 years in captivity. Hello, Michael. I have something you might like to see.
Everyone in my family turns into a nutcase this time of year. Yeah, I mean, your grandmother is Laurie Strode. She was almost murdered.
Wasn't it her brother who murdered all those babysitters?
No, it was not her brother. That's something that people made up.
Do you know that I pray every night that he would escape?
What the hell did you do that for?
So I can kill him.
So it's been 40 years since Laurie Strode survived a vicious attack from crazed killer Michael Myers on Halloween night. Now, she now faces a terrifying showdown when Michael returns to Haddonfield 3rd. Now, this time, Laurie is actually ready for him. So let's see how this flick pans out. And cast, we have Jamie Lee Curtis, we have Nick Castle, we have Judy Greer, we have Andy Matichuk, and those are the people making the flick quite interesting. Director, we have David Gordon over there, and David Gordon Green is the one who saw to the directorial aspect of it. Production company, we have Blumhouse Productions, Miramax is also part of it, and Trancast Films is also part of it in your shot right now, Miramax, and then we have the next production house also part of it. So that's what it is. Make sure you go check it out in the box office, and when you do, as always, tell me about it. I'll be glad to hear from you and your feedback on that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back at 12. Don't forget that Showbiz Now at 12 will be 30 minutes. And we're talking about the evolution of Ghana music. And Sadiq Abdullah Abu will be joining me at 12 o'clock. So we have that conversation here on the show. Many thanks to you for watching. Many thanks to the production team. It's your birthday today. Sammy Forson, happy birthday to you. Sammy Forson of Joy FM. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you, my brother from another mother. My name is KMJ, and I was born to talk. I'll see you.